Get your live music fix with the best of Pearl Jam tribute music. Washed in Black will be performing for one night only, 7 p.m. on August 27th at the Federal Way Performing Arts Center. Experience a tribute to one of the most prolific bands of our time with Seattle's own Washed in Black as they celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the release of 10. Get tickets at fwpaec.org. Thank you to our sponsor, Becker Retirement Group.
Got a hankering for a sessionable hazy IPA? Elysian Brewing's Contact Haze is just the brew for you. Order Contact Haze and your other favorite Elysian brews like Space Dust from ElysianBrewing.com today for free delivery. ElysianBrewing.com.
Must be 21. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, it's Miles. Thank you guys for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast.
Have you heard our newest podcast? It's called The Greatest Story Never Told.
Download it today on radio.com. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded every Tuesday at noon.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to season 15, episode number 3,338. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, Jeremy, and my car. And you, Fire the Men's Room. On tap today, Ryan Castle joins us, and once again, we will sit and spin. Last time, it was all about the misters. Today, it's all about the ladies. 10 songs about Miss or Mrs. such and such. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, a Men's Room Shout of the Day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorites, TV Time with Ted. Yeah. Do you want to continue? Sorry. All right, here we go. Canada woman fined $25,000 for illegally importing bovine man seed. Meanwhile, Ann Arbor, Michigan, OK's move to decriminalize psychedelic mushrooms have an already legalized weed. Yes. Much like here in Washington, England will now shut down bars and restaurants at 10. Great British Bake Off poster offends with pick of something that should be on your chin. And Chicago man rides horse down the Dan Ryan Expressway. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, look, I am not scared of snakes. I never have been, but if a snake unexpectedly dropped onto my head, there's no doubt that I'd scream like a 7-year-old schoolgirl. Well, a woman in Mississippi, she had a snake land on her head when she opened the front door to her house. Apparently, the snake was lodged in the doors, and when she opened it, the snake dropped onto her noggin. Not cool. Meanwhile, in New York, a woman was driving her car. She saw a spider in the front seat, freaked out, and crashed. Actually injured her leg. Not to be outdone, a man in Houston, he caused a 5-car crash when he noticed a spider in his car. And look, it's not always creepy crawlies that startle us to the point of crapping our pants. In Australia, a man is walking home when another man jumps out of the bushes while masturbating. Now, no one was hurt, but it scared the bejesus out of the guy. And in Oregon, a guy's at a grocery store showing off his gun to a buddy. No big deal. Until he went to put it back in his pants and shot himself in the groin. He's currently in the hospital. So unexpected snakes, unexpected spiders, masturbators hiding in the bushes, and an unexpected gunshot to the family jewels. Today, this is what we want to know. Big or small, what freaked you the hell out?
Be a part of the Big Show. Call 206-421-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Text 77999 and send those emails to the Men's Room at...
Get your live music fix with the best of Pearl Jam tribute music. Washed in Black will be performing for one night only, 7 p.m. on August 27th at the Federal Way Performing Arts Center. Experience a tribute to one of the most prolific bands of our time with Seattle's own Washed in Black as they celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the release of 10. Get tickets at fwpaec.org. Thank you to our sponsor, Becker Retirement Group.
Make contact. A collective psychosis is sweeping the nation. We're in the thick of the haze craze, and Elysian is introducing an altered state of IPA. Contact Haze is a tangled chemistry of mild haze, low bitterness, and an explosion of hop aroma. This hazy IPA bursts with notes of bright raspberry, currant, citrus, guava, and passion fruit. Available in 6-pack cans in stores and in all Seattle Elysian locations. Make contact.
Must be 21. Please enjoy responsibly.
KISW.com.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
All the fellas, and away we go. Win. Start the show. Welcome to season 15, episode number 3,338. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeats. I know that to be a fact. Ryan Castle will join us once again. We will sit and spin. And last time we did a bunch of Mr. songs with Mr. in the title. Mr. Brownstone from Guns N' Roses. Did a little Mr., although that really wasn't a song title. It was more of a band.
They were very adamant about their name.
Yeah, Mr. Jones from the Counting Crows. All kinds of Mr. songs. We missed Mr. Roboto. Got a bunch of hell off that.
Good Lord.
But today, equal time, we have 10 songs about Miss or Mrs. Such and such. Last week it was 10 songs about Mr. Such and such. Today we go to the Lady Well with Sit and Spin and 10 songs about Miss or Mrs. Such and such.
Ooh,
so
the Lady Well. That sounds like a really bad strip club.
The Lady Well. Does it?
The Lady Well?
Yeah.
What about the Lady Barn?
The Lady Barn? I'd go to the Lady Barn.
Come on down to the Woman Barn.
Hey, man, you know what I mean? You're just hanging out in Sacramento. Next thing you know, you're in the Lady Barn.
The Lady Well sounds insulting. Oh, her? She's got a well.
Oh, Jesus.
Deep and dry.
Ooh.
We're going to talk about things that freak you out, good or bad. We've all been freaked out by certain things in our lifetime, big or small. Sometimes it could just be like the fact that maybe you don't want to go down a water slide with your child. Because you're scared to death about it. You do it anyway, but you put on your strong father face and just go the hell through with it. Sometimes you jump out of an airplane. I'm sure that was something that initially freaked you out, right?
No, it didn't freak me out until the moment my feet were hanging out of the plane.
Did that freak you out?
In that moment, I was about to turn around and say, man, I don't think this is a good idea. But before I could open my mouth, we are now plummeting toward planet Earth. But I will tell you this. To your point with the water slide, I would jump out of a plane 100 more times before I'd get on this one goddamn ride that my daughter loves at the Monroe Fair, whatever it is. I don't know the name of this thing. I went on it once with her. All right, nothing scares her. This ride freaked me the F out. I would not get back on it again. I told my wife, I said, look, if she wants to get on this ride, you get on it with her. She's like, fine. My wife got off. She looked mortified. We went back to the fair the next year. Well, the ride is back. She beelines for it. She gets in line. She's like, Dad, are you going to get on the ride with me? And I looked at her and I said, hell no. And she said, come on, Dad.
No.
I said, no.
Is it a giant slide or is it a ride?
No. This is a ride. I can't explain. Like, picture like a big cylinder, right? It's vertical. You sit on seats on the bottom and it starts swinging you back and forth like a pendulum. No big deal. And then the seats start rotating as well. As you're going, and then,
right, so it moves your cage and the cage flips around?
You're not in a cage. You're just sitting in this seat.
Oh, that sounds terrifying.
That's some weird carny put together.
That's what I was going to say, man. He pulled it in on the back of an 18-wheeler. You think that's a good idea?
Well, those are the thoughts that start going through my head. You know, not her head. But I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you straight up, Daddy's scared. I'm not getting on that effing ride again. I'm really not.
You do the ride, I'll be over eating scones.
That's it.
I was just telling the story.
You don't get scones at the fair?
At the fair?
What? That's classic.
Dude, I'm getting like pizza, elephant ears, occasional beer, lemonade, just all the garbage.
I thought a funnel cake was like standard.
Yeah, a scone. Aren't you fancy?
A scone sounds like you're going in for a coffee and tea.
Do you have cucumber sandwiches as well?
Do you have avocado?
What fair do you go to?
Yeah. It is a giant thing in Washington State to get the Fisher scones at the fair.
I thought elephant ears were the big thing.
Yeah, man.
I just thought I never had one until I went to that dang fair.
Okay, all right.
They're delicious, though.
You never had a scone until you went up there?
No.
Okay, they're pretty good. They're dry. That's the only thing. Sometimes when you get a scone,
that is a dry. It's like eating ciabatta with some sugar in it.
Mike, help me out. You grew up in Washington State. True or false? Scones are a thing at the fair.
You bet. The scones down there at the, I'm sorry, it's still the Puyallup Fair to me. But the
Washington State Fair or the Evergreen State Fair in Monroe, which Thurl was talking about.
Oh, yeah. People will go there specifically for the scones.
I'll be damned. Okay, did not know that. Our question today, we're going to talk about things that freak you the hell out. Snakes freak you out, Ted?
100%.
Yep.
But also, sort of like that lady, when I was a kid, one fell out of a tree near me.
Near you.
Out of the sky. Well, I mean, if it falls from the sky, it's the snake falling from the sky, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had one park we went to. We were like the babysitter watching us up the street. We walked over there, and we like went behind the handball court, and a snake fell out of the tree.
I did see a snake drop onto my buddy as he was riding his bike. I did not see the snake drop on him, but I'm riding behind him, and I had never seen this before. We're riding on the dirt paths and all that kind of crap. We're like 10, 11 years old, but he stands up when he's riding, but he takes his hands off the handlebars, which is impressive enough to continue pedaling. Then his entire bike lifts off the ground. He does a complete 360. Keep in mind, he's standing the whole time. The bike lands. He keeps pedaling. Still has not put his hands on the handlebars. Finally sits down and kind of skids. And I'm like, dude, that is the sickest move I've ever seen. But his hands are shaking. He's like, an effing snake fell out of the tree into his lap while he was riding. That was his reaction to
Jesus.
it. Yeah.
Well, we go to Mississippi. In a bizarre incident, a woman received the shock of her life when a snake landed on top of her head while she was opening the door to her home. Yes, that's true. According to the Associated Press, Christian Mitchell got home from work last week and was opening the front door when a snake that was lodged on top of the door, it dropped on her head. I felt this thump. I looked down, and the snake had landed on my feet inside the house. After dropping off of her head, the snake darted inside the kitchen, after which Mitchell called her husband to inform him about the incident. However, she did not wait for help. Instead, she grabbed a broom, and with it, she moved the reptile out of the house. She said he did his striking pose because it was just a little scared, like a little rat snake. He tried to bite at my broom whenever I put him outside. He probably thought that was really rude. We kind of had a stare down. Reportedly, since the woman actually loves reptiles, she revealed that she wouldn't have gone out of the way to kill it. I actually really like snakes. I think they're fascinating. AP reported that the snake was probably an eastern rat snake, a largely non-venomous reptile. It came to her home in the first place because it was attracted to the pitcher plant. However, the woman does not want to remove the plant. I love my pitcher plant, she says. I feel like I'll just take my chances and open my door really slow from now on.
Isn't the pitcher plant kind of like a variation of the Venus flytrap, if I remember this correct?
I'm not sure.
I think it's another one of those meat-eating plants. So this woman, snake falls on her head. She's like, oh, little old rat snake, get out of here. I love my man-eating plant out here. I'll see where she's coming from.
I don't care what it is I own. If it attracts snakes, it's gone.
That's not the biggest deal in the world. Now, this story is a little bit more intense. We go to Denver. A Denver couple is heartbroken after their 2-month-old puppy was stolen from them at gunpoint while on a walk at a park. Prever Dewars and her boyfriend Sean were taking their miniature dachshund, dachshund, is that how you say that? Wiener dog, on a walk on Thursday evening about 6:30 at the Nettymore Playground. Dewars said while walking at the park, young teenagers called out to them from a car, saying how cute their puppy was and asking if they could take a picture with Loki. Dewars said the teens... Loki?
L-O-K-I?
Yeah, it's
Loki.
Loki?
Yeah.
You need to get on the Avengers train, dog.
I don't know.
Loki was also, wasn't that Matt Damon? Him and Affleck?
Yes. There's also my black cat back in Baltimore. And
the one that had the fleas?
No, that was Sticky. I think that's what we... Sticky. That was the cat's name.
Sticky.
Yeah.
Dewar said the teens then took off with the dog, pointing a gun at the owners, warning them to stop trying to get their puppy back. All of a sudden, he starts to roll up his window. I was holding on to the leash, but he also pulled up a gun at the same time, and he was like, just don't do that. Dewars believe the teens pointed the gun at her and took their dog, around 13 to 17 years old. Dog was taken near 12th and Utica Street. Dewars described the car as a black, damaged 2005 Saturn. VUE.
Jesus.
Owners are especially worried because he does not have his vaccines yet and needs them in the next couple of weeks. If you've seen they still haven't found the dog. Loki, please contact the Denver Police Department. That's pretty traumatic. You're taking your dog for a walk in the park. Someone takes out a gun, points it at you, steals your dog. Now that's a freaky situation. So our question, big or small, what freaked you the hell out? 206-421-ROCK.
Probably that gun.
Hello, Taylor. Welcome to the men's room.
Boo, bitches.
Boo!
All right, so this took place years ago, but I was working for a very famous coffee syndicate around here, and I was new, and so I made friends with some of the new coworkers of mine, and they invited me over for a party. I was like, I party, let's do this. So I show up, and it's this super, super huge, super nice house. They've got like the brand new Winnebago on the side. So I'm like, oh, they're gonna have the good stuff. I go in and it's all just plastic jug vodka. So I was like, all right, we're gonna lose it tonight. I'm looking around and I know a few people, and I noticed this real big redhead across the room, and she is eyeballing me. And so I'm like, well, you know what? I need to make friends. So I start working some game on, and by big, I don't mean like obese. I mean like Amazonian. This girl could beat me up if she tried.
All right.
And, yeah. Well, we go to said Winnebago. She's like, no one will find us here. And I was like, oh, that's, pretty cool. Little did I know what her intentions were. So we start making out, and she's sitting on top of me and, like, slowly puts her hand on my neck. And I'm like, okay. And then out of nowhere, just cocks back and punches me right in the throat.
You're kidding me.
What?
Yeah, just jousted me right in the gullet.
Why did she want to punch you?
I don't know. Maybe I just have a punchable neck or something.
So was that the end of that Winnebago experience?
Well, for a moment, yeah. I hopped up because I couldn't breathe because, I just got punched by a giant woman. And I ran out. I was like, I gotta grab something. And she's like, okay, hurry back. And as I'm chuckling, I'm like walking out of the Winnebago and realizing like everyone's asleep now. I don't know where to go. I can't get in the house. I'm certainly not going back in that Winnebago. But like I said, it's a really big, nice house. So the dog beds out back, they were super nice, and that's where I ended up crashing.
Jesus.
On the really nice dog bed. So
it was Tempur-Pedic. It was sweet.
Did she ever explain why she punched you in the throat?
Nope. And I was petrified. Like, the look on her face, like this evil grin, because her pale skin in the dark moonlight, she rocked me.
I just still wonder why she wanted to punch you in the throat.
And then ask for you to come back.
Well, I think it was like a size thing. Like, she knew she overpowered me, and so she kind of wanted me to taste a little bit of it, and I think she got me way better than she thinks she did, because she, like I said, she was kind of giggling, so, yeah.
Okay. How big are you?
Well, so, at the time, I was like 5'9", 5'10". But this girl was a solid 6 foot, 6'1" maybe, and had a good 40 pounds on me.
And a nice
in the right place. It sounds like, let's do it.
Yeah, that's
and a nice red hook.
Also, as you described that at the time, you were 5'9", 5'10". Like, have you gotten taller as an adult
or shorter?
I mean, like a couple inches. I'm 6 foot now, but I mean,
Okay.
When you hit 6 foot, you brag about it.
I'm just
I know.
I'm still thinking about the fact that there used to be copy stores.
I'm lamenting the fact they got punched in the throat by a chick that likes you.
Right.
Come here, let's make out.
It's probably a pretty good reason why she doesn't have a steady.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing because he grew a couple inches, they were, like, younger?
Yeah, I would assume, but
right,
still.
I mean, I don't know. That seems pretty fifth grade to me.
I mean, if you said, like, I've never been with a woman this big, I mean, then I can understand maybe being punched.
There are things you should not say.
So I'm wondering if those, you know what I mean?
Maybe she just, I mean, look, it doesn't make it right, but I don't know. I remember being like a little kid and you'd kind of annoy the girl you thought was cute.
Sure.
But you're right. Probably
I've
not
never
punched
them.
Not when you're at the point where you're thinking about coitus. You know what I mean? Like that?
Not when you're...
Valid.
At that point, it is established that you like each other.
Right.
Right? You should be A-OK. Smooth sailing.
I always question the home, and trust me, there's something about the Winnebago lifestyle that I really, you know what I mean, I'm fascinated about it as far as like taking
It's awesome.
Yeah. But I'm telling you what, man, when you go see the ones that are like parked out inside of someone's house that have been there for like 30 years and the tires are flat, and they look like hell, it's basically an in-law suite at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
That is where you're staying.
I was just in an area of our area the other day, and I was telling Mike, I was like, man, you have never seen more crap in people's yards. It was just one of those places where like, does anyone here throw anything away? Nope. The answer is no. But everybody had some type of camper or Winnebago that was absolutely to the point where it was not roadworthy. Like if you have one.
Yeah, now it's just a home.
Right, exactly. Now it's like a spare bedroom.
Right.
Big or small, what freaked you the hell out? 206-421-ROCK.
Here's one from Ted. It says, when I was 5 years old, my brother was 9. He spent the day walking around our neighborhood with a 5-gallon bucket with a lid. Well, at the end of the day, he dumped a whole bucket of garter snakes on my bed. I went to bed and had them crawling all over me. I'm now 54 and still fear any snakes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's heavy duty, man.
That is terrifying.
What the hell does that?
A future serial killers.
I got a bucket of snakes.
Yeah, how did your brother end up?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let us know.
Where is he now?
What does he do?
Yeah, what is the name of the state before it says penitentiary?
Hello, old Don. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, hola, bitches.
Hola.
By the way, Ted, you got nothing. I got a cousin back in Nebraska, farmer. Guy had like 20-inch arms. When I was in 7th grade, we went on vacation, and I took my garter snake pet along. I've never seen a guy that big squeal like a girl telling me to get that thing away from him. It was just a stupid little garter snake.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, us non-snake people, a snake's a snake.
Right.
Yeah. Cutting to the chase. I've got like a tri-level home, and I don't go upstairs too much. That's for my wife and the grandson, and, she's got her thing, but we've got a lot that overlooks the living room, dining room. And, I just had to go up there, and I happened to look over I saw this little tiny spot on the wall. And I thought, I wonder what the hell that is. And I don't see real good up close anymore, but I went to touch this little tiny hole, and my finger ripped through the paper, and that kept on going for like an inch and a half. I pulled it out instinctively real quick, followed by about 200 angry hornets.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. It was
on
like
the inside of your house?
Well, they had gotten through a little hole up in an eave, and they built a nest in the wall, and they actually ate like the drywall and everything out right up to the paint.
Damn. Did
you get, how many times did you get stung?
About a half dozen.
Okay.
Okay. How big did they say that nest was, Don?
Well, it filled up, I think it was about 2 foot. Well, you know how wide a 2x6 is, but about 2 foot down when I finally got them all killed and stuff. A couple of days later, we went and stayed in a hotel that night. Scared the living bejesus out of me, but, man, I don't know. It still scares the hell out of me. I got goosebumps just talking about it.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like one of those cone-shaped walls when you see like the bees have invaded or whatever. I mean, those nests everywhere growing up.
Sure.
Baseball bats.
But outside,
we try to light stuff on fire. It didn't matter. You're going to get stung at least 10, 15 times.
Guaranteed.
Now, there's nothing you can do about it. Even the exterminator stands back with that gun and shoots it. I mean, he knows they're coming after his ass.
I remember my brother. I was maybe 5 or 6. He's with 2 of his buddies. So there's 4 of us in the backyard. They started throwing rocks at a beehive. And we knew the beehive was there. It was a pretty big-ass bee, but they started throwing rocks at it. And I remember I started walking toward the house like, I'm out of here. And I remember my brother just saying, "What are you, chicken?" Which, of course, when you're little, hurts your feelings. Not 10 seconds after I walk into the house, of course, all 3 of them just got lit the hell out. I'm like, that's why I went in the house, dummy.
Big or small, what freaked you the hell out? 206-421-ROCK.
Make contact. A collective psychosis is sweeping the nation. We're in the thick of the haze craze, and Elysian is introducing an altered state of IPA. Contact Haze is a tangled chemistry of mild haze, low bitterness, and an explosion of hop aroma. This hazy IPA bursts with notes of bright raspberry, currant, citrus, guava, and passion fruit. Available in 6-pack cans in stores and in all Seattle Elysian locations. Make contact.
Must be 21. Please enjoy responsibly.
The best defense is a good offense. So before the sewer backs up into your home and wreaks havoc, stop freaking and call Beacon. Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical is there for you when you need them most. 1-800-FREAKIN or beaconplumbing.net. Progress 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle.
Our question, big or small, what freaked you the hell out? 206-421-ROCK.
We have an update, by the way, Miles.
An update?
Yeah, we had a guy who sent in a text here that said that when he was 5, his brother had a 5-gallon bucket worth of snakes, dumped it on his bed while he's laying in there to go to sleep. So we said, man, what the hell do you think happened to his brother? Well, The snake incident happened in Linwood, Washington. Apparently, his brother was then made to sleep in the room until they cleaned all the snakes out. But otherwise, his brother now lives in Palmer, Arkansas, and he points out he's not very fond of snakes himself now.
Oh, okay. Oh, he made it to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, snake guy.
Big or small would freak you the hell out. 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Kat. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey there, can you hear me?
Hola.
Hola!
So what freaked you the hell out, Kat?
It's about a different snake.
Hello? What is a different snake?
It was a penis.
Oh, the old trouser snake, as it were.
Okay.
Wait,
So I had my first long-term boyfriend in middle school, and we were doing we're at my house in Fontana in California, and we were doing I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Sure, I'll still try that now.
Mm-hmm. I did it at the bus stop the other day.
They didn't show them his, but he showed them his, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I've never seen one before, and at the time I was 14, and we were in the backyard, and he pulled down his pants just a little bit, and I saw a peek of it, and I screamed at the top of my lungs, and I smacked him and ran away.
Damn,
I guess that wasn't the response he was looking for.
Probably not. I mean, I'm used to that response when I do it to my neighbors, but otherwise, what did you expect?
Really shocked.
I mean, what did you expect a penis to look like?
I don't know. It's one thing to see it in a magazine. It's a whole other thing to see it in real life. And I swear this kid was built like Ron Jeremy.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
So freaked out when you saw a penis, smacked the guy, and screamed.
14 years old. Built like Ron Jeremy. Great. Hopefully he doesn't have the mind of Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Big or small would freak you the hell out. 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Chrissy. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hola.
How are we this happy Monday?
We're doing great. It's Tuesday.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Are you being serious?
Look at me.
Damn. All right.
So what freaked you the hell out?
Okay, so a little back story here. When my daughter, who's almost 31, was really little, she freaked out on slugs. So I taught her the salt thing. She then freaked out in a good way. I never had a problem with slugs until about, 8, 10, 12 years ago. I was heading out the back porch about 2 o'clock in the morning to have a cigarette and almost walked into 2 of them procreating, hanging from the gutters of the porch.
That's better than stepping on one in bare feet. I've done that before.
Oh, well, see, there's more.
Okay.
I was able to not walk my face into them, but the other day I was getting into the shower at a certain individual's home, and there suddenly was one on my toe.
In the shower?
No, outside of the shower. In the bathroom.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's slug in the bathroom.
So I guess you're not going to stay at his house anymore.
Well, it's a her and it's a relative, and yeah.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Right, but yeah, so, and they don't scare me. They just really creep me out now.
Well, they should creep you out. They're freaking slugs. I will say I've never seen slugs having sex, and I'm okay with it.
No. The big thing now, man, and if you walk dogs, or you take a dog for a walk in the morning or night, you know these spider webs, man. They're this is the season right now.
I have gotten more spiders on me, but a couple of weekends ago, I'm working out in the yard.
And you know the size of them, too.
But every time I turned around, I walked through another spider. It got to the point it didn't even bug me anymore.
Mm-hmm. A woman crashed her car Wednesday after she saw a spider, according to police in Cairo, New York. After noticing the spider in the front seat, the woman panicked and crashed her car. She did suffer a leg injury and totaled the vehicle. As a result, police posted photos of the crash on Facebook as a warning to scared drivers of spiders. We know that it's easier for some drivers than other, police said, but please try to teach new drivers and yourself to overcome the fear and pull over to a safe place. Lives depend on it. People commenting on the police department's Facebook post empathized with the woman.
Sure.
Some shared their own horror stories of finding eight-legged hitchhikers in their cars. For safety measures, should probably burn the car too. One person commented, just to make sure that it is really dead. Our question, big or small, would freak you the hell out. 206-421-ROCK.
You ever been driving and something pops in your car? You know, like a spider.
No, man, I've been driving. I've been driving when something hit the back of my throat on my scooter.
Oh, that's right. Some bug went in your mouth.
When rhyming hit me, stung. Like, I didn't know if the sting was from the fact that it was
went into your mouth?
My mouth was open. It went straight into
Why are you riding your scooter?
I don't know. I was just like driving and even the smallest slit, it just went straight through.
Your mouth get dry.
Hit the back of my throat. And I didn't know if it stung the back of my throat or it was just the sting from the impact. And then I swallowed it.
There's not much you could do.
No, like I fingered out of my teeth like a wing or something like that I tried to cough out. But other than that, I have no idea what the hell the thing was. Big or small would freak you the hell out. 206-421-ROCK.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I've had like a dog in the car where it's like, stop bugging me.
Yeah, it's stuff like that. I've been driving, like a bee got in the car, and you can't calm anyone down with the bee because everyone's convinced they're going to get stung. Like, it's not going to sting you just because it's here. Mm-hmm. But that said, let's get this son of a bitch out of the car. It's freaking me out, too. Hello, Taylor. Welcome to the midroom.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
All right. So, like, about a year ago, I was working graveyard, and I was coming home in the morning, and I had seen something fall from my dash on the passenger side. I'm sitting there cruising on the road about 50 miles an hour, and all of a sudden, I feel something crawling on my pant leg. I'm like, what in the hell? And I start beating my pant leg, and all of a sudden, a mouse falls out of my pants.
A mouse?
Freaking out. A mouse. A little mouse. And so I freak out. I slam on the brakes, pull over the side of the road, jump out, pull my pants off, and start beating down the road. Most embarrassing and freaky part of my life.
How about that was?
Jesus.
Mice and rats don't scare me. The rats in Baltimore scared me a little.
Again, it's situational. I mean, like, mice don't scare me, but to his point, if there were one in my pants, I would be alarmed.
The rats in my neighborhood, I talk to them, and they're somewhat friendly. Like, I'll go, hey, what are you doing? And they'll just look up at me. And they're like, what are you doing? And they'll just keep looking at me, staring at me.
Yeah, like, what are you going to do about it?
Right, yeah, but exactly. You're up high, right?
Yeah, I'm on the balcony looking down, going, get out of my yard.
I think that depends on how close to the level you are to the rat.
I have picked up a rat unknowingly, one of these big-ass Baltimore rats. Long story, won't go through it all, but inevitably I had to go retrieve a beach towel from the trash can that I accidentally threw out. No big deal. I'm out there at night, so I stick my hand. It feels like the towel, right? It's kind of soft and fuzzy. I pick it up, and it's this big-ass rat. And it was, like, weird for both of us because I pick it up, and, like, we lock eyes for a second, and I'm pretty sure it's yelling, I'm yelling, and I just throw this thing like a football. And I realized in that moment, okay, like, I'm not scared of rats, but I did not enjoy that. I don't want to do that again. At all.
No. Yeah, you don't want to be touching them.
No, I really did not, man.
Big or small, what freaks you the hell out? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
How's it going?
Hola.
Yeah, so this happened quite a long time ago. So I was about 12 or 13, outside throwing a ball around with my little brother. And so, long story short, threw the ball into the bushes, so I go over to go get it. As soon as I get in the bushes, start hearing the rustling back up a little bit. That what at the time seems pretty huge. Black bear just takes off running the other direction. So I run back to the shed, grab a baseball bat, just kind of wait there, waiting to see if he's going to come after me or what he's going to do. Didn't end up to be anything, but yeah, at the time it was pretty scary.
It was pretty close to watching you guys. I mean, if it's in the bushes, it's more than likely sitting there just wondering what the hell you're doing.
Yeah, and, but see, since then, it's actually gotten a little bit different. I'm not freaked out by bears anymore because living in Alaska, you're pretty used to walking out and brushing up against bears, getting into your trash cans in the morning. So, I mean, there's that.
But Alaska, you're talking these big-ass bears up there, right?
Yeah, so the one that I saw was a black bear. The ones up there now, the grizzlies and stuff, they're still pretty big, but the black bears are significantly smaller, so probably wasn't quite as big as I thought it was as a kid, but still, when you're 12 to 13, any bear is going to be pretty big.
What do you do? What do you do when you go out for your trash in the morning in Alaska and there's a black bear going through your trash? Do you just scream at him to scare him away?
Yeah, just kind of bump into him and be like, "Hey, get out of here! You were here yesterday."
Okay. That is the Alaska way. That is not my response.
No, like a hip bump or like poke him with something.
Well, so where my trash can was located, basically I'd walk out of my house, turn the corner to go to get in my truck, and there's a bear just sitting right there. So it's like I just bump into them, and they're around town, so they know you, you know them, so they're not really dangerous at that point. I mean, they still can be. But
what town are you living in?
Really nothing at that point.
What town are you living in?
That was when I was living in Ketchikan.
Okay, all right.
That says a lot. I mean, hell, there was when we went to Anchorage once, and there had been multiple grizzly bear attacks. Like some lady who was jogging or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just said to Miles, I said, "Well, look, man, there's a simple solution to this. Find out where the attacks happen, and we just won't go there." So Miles does some research. He says, "Man, it's this place called Millennium Park, or
Centennial Park."
Centennial Park. And I said, "All right, whatever we do, let's not go to Centennial Park, because I mean, this bear was effing people up, right?
It was like bear attacks jogger in Anchorage,
right?
Was the headline on it.
As we did the research, I'm like, "Well, where the hell is the park?" And Miles looks out of our hotel window and says, "There it is across the street.
It's right across the street.
It is right frickin' there."
Yeah, Alaska's a different place.
It is unique, to put it mildly.
Big or small would freak you the hell out. 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Spencer. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola!
So I was working second shift, so it's kind of in the evening, and my wife texted me like, "Hey, there's a rat in our ceiling." I'm like, "Eh." So I go home and get a rat trap and put it in the ceiling. About 20 minutes later, it goes off. I'm like, "Sweet, I got it. I'll take it out in the morning." I forget about it. I go to work. About 8 o'clock again, my wife texts me like, "Hey, the rat's moving again." I'm like, "No way." And I get home, and it's moving, but it's clearly still caught in the trap. Like there's a space and a stud. Like it pulled the trap over a stud. I'm like, dang it. So I got to go up there, and I bring a hammer and a flashlight, and I see the thing still kind of struggling. And I grab it, and I position its head on a stud, and I just put it out of its misery.
With a hammer?
Yeah. I hate rats, man. They're terrible.
I tried to peel a mouse off a glue trap one time in Baltimore. It was just not coming off that thing. I was trying to save it, but he was just all sprawled out. It was impossible.
What did you think was going to happen? It's a glue trap.
I know that. I just figured I could peel him off and throw him in the woods. You know what I mean? But he's stuck on there, so I basically just threw him out with the trash attached to the glue trap.
Yeah, people get real specific. I got in trouble the other day. I was not bragging about it, but I was just like, yeah, there was a spider, so I killed it. Like, if they're outside my home, I don't really care. But like, if you're in my home, sorry, you're dying. Yeah,
yes.
I take the spiders out.
People
do
always.
you? Yeah. Are you a take them outside person?
I don't
always.
I do not at all. I mean, they eventually end up outside when the shoes that I smashed it to death with go on my feet, and I leave my home. But I'm with you, Ted. It's like, look, especially right now, there are spiders all over the place.
Spider season.
And again, outside, man, I get it. Crows are out there. Squirrels are effing up my plants. Do your thing. Once you are inside, it's like you must die. It is not okay for you to be in my home.
The only bugs that I kill in my house, we used to be on the East Coast, when crickets would get in the basement, I get out there with a flashlight like, you mother.
Because it won't shut up.
But you can't find them.
No, because as soon as you put the light on them, they shut up.
Yeah.
As soon as you turn the lights on, they shut up. So you got to go down there in the dark. You got to kind of figure out where they are. Then when you see them, you're like, your mother, and then they hop away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's God, I hate those things, man.
Having a cricket in your basement is like the fire alarm dying.
Oh, yeah, the battery.
It's just drives me nuts.
What would you rather deal with, the cricket or the fire alarm?
The fire alarm, because eventually I could just get up and put a battery in it.
Yeah,
Right.
but, okay, like in my place, I've got a fire alarm on the outside of my door in the hallway.
All right.
And then I've got one in my bedroom, right?
Smoke detector.
The smoke detector, sure. So I try to change the battery in these things. I always change the wrong one. Like I'm sitting there under like, that one just beeped. That's the one. Go up there, change the battery, go back to bed, realize, change the wrong smoke detector.
I have definitely been at a friend's house, and she had like vaulted ceilings.
That is a problem.
Right. And I, honestly, as I was like spending the week there, I was kind of salty. I was like, this was happening Thursday? Like, why did you invite me over on a Friday night for a weekend adventure?
Right. No one has 9-volt batteries either. So
I do, man.
So that's got to be a special trip. That's because you have kids.
I'd say if you have kids, you have battery. Man, that is one good thing the kids have brought into my life. Sure, I love them and all that crap, but otherwise, I always have batteries.
But only if you have kids. Look, the battery world is not as popular as it used to be as far as you needing batteries for everything.
Sure.
Just a handful of things. But if you have kids, it just seems like everything involves some kind of
because they have toys.
Right.
Like, I only have AA. I keep a pack of AA batteries in my house because, once again, I don't want to be annoyed if I'm watching football.
And your remote control goes bad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are important batteries.
Right.
My kids took the gun. This is like a year ago, man. I'm trying to get the TV turned on. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this, man? So finally, I opened the remote. The batteries are gone. So I'm like, hey, the F happened to the batteries? My son's like, oh, man, I grabbed him for whatever toy he was playing with. I'm like, hey, little man, this is not how this works.
No.
You do not just take batteries from my goddamn remote so you can play with your stupid toy. You take them from something that mommy likes.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, look, there's a lot of lines you can cross, but, like, you wouldn't show up to somebody's house and take the remote.
Right.
That's that man's remote.
Ooh. That gives me an idea now. Next time I visit someone's house, like, just take the TV remote.
Just steal the TV
start
remote.
using it?
No, just take it.
Oh,
like when I leave, just take the remote with you.
You know what the best trick is, though, to do to somebody, man?
It's such a... look, it's $10. You can get a replacement, but when people don't... If they can't find a remote, you would think the world's in it.
The best trick, even if you're in a bar or whatever, and this is terrible, but if you have a Samsung TV, pretty popular brand of television, right? They have a downloadable app for your phone, and it's a remote control.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. I've got it on my phone. I'll show it to you. You can change the channel pretty well as soon as it just matches up. Like, if you're in a... Seriously.
Have you done it yet?
I have.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Was it a bar they knew you're familiar with the bartenders?
I was in a side area, and I was like, man, I think I can change the channel. And I did.
Did you get in trouble?
No, they didn't even notice.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, then no worries.
Like, I didn't have to ask her, like... I knew it was Comcast, so I knew the number. I was putting on the Mariners game. It's on like 626, 627.
Don't worry about it. I got it.
Someone there is like 626. Oh, there we go, and we're on.
Have you ever
showing like some talk show, some crap?
Have you ever changed the station at a bar where people are actively watching what's on screen?
I've only done it once, and this was kind of in a side area with one television, and that was it.
Oh man, you got to break it.
It was
out.
at a pizza place. We were kind of by ourselves. Just change the channel.
You need to go to a sports bar with that bad boy. Like on a Sunday.
Oh yeah,
everyone's in there to win it, man. Everyone's watching their team, right? And just start flip. Like put them all on Ravens game.
I got it the first time because my batteries went bad on my actual remote.
All right.
So I was like, well, I don't know what the hell to do. And then I remembered, oh, yeah, I can download this damn...
I did not know that.
Have my remote control right there. Game on.
I can never share this information with my children.
No, but if you go someplace and you're at somebody else's house and you want to change a channel, you can do it.
Oh, man.
Man, that seems evil.
It is.
It is.
It's
Man, the instances you used it, I'm fine with. But it just, like...
But I've got a remote. So
right now, I'm just picturing you sitting, like, at my place, like, just at the table, like, doing it. Like,
yeah.
What the F is going on in here?
And sometimes places have, like, multiple TVs, so you got to be triggered.
That's what I'm saying,
You don't know
man.
which one's going to trigger first.
Whichever one has the most people watching it, that's the one you target.
But just press in one number, and the number will pop up first. That's what I did. Like 6, and then you can see it. And you're like, all right, that's the right TV.
Wait till the fourth quarter of any game on Sunday. Just flip it. Ooh.
Yep. Big or small, what freaked you the hell out? 206-421-ROCK.
Shaking your head at us, Mike. It's deliciously evil. Hello, Bob. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola!
So I'll set the scene here for you. My dad had just moved out, and I'd taken over this old house. I bet this thing was built in like 1910, infested with mice. And anyways, I had a roommate. I'm laying.
And he's gone.
Who was that?
That was Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know his story.
Bob, call back. We're going to take a quick break.
Yeah.
Bob.
Bob.
Robert.
Big or small, what freaked you the hell out? 206-421-ROCK.
On Pod Save the World, we want to be your cheat sheet for global events. My name is Tommy Vitor, and each week, my co-host Ben Rhodes and I break down the biggest stories from around the world. Ben and I both worked on President Obama's national security staff, and we'll introduce you to the activists, politicians, and journalists who can help us understand what's going on around the world, what it means for the United States, and what it's like being inside the White House Situation Room during a crisis. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your pods.